Before we head on into the reserve, make sure we keep our hands, arms, feet, legs in the truck at all times. Make sure we do stay seated. And make sure we are not calling out to the animals as we are entering their homes as their guests, so we need to make sure we are very respectful of this. Now's a good chance to check that spotting guide above your heads, as that is the animals we're going to be looking for throughout the reserve today. So by show of hands, how many of you is it your first safari? Awesome, me too. Looks like we do have clearance, so everyone say Twin Day. Again, Twin Day does mean let's go. So the first ecosystem we are going to be headed into is going to be the Aturi Forest. Now within the Aturi Forest, you're going to find animals that love to hide within the vegetation and behind the trees, so we're going to have to keep a good eye out. Make sure we look hard, and we're going to have to win the game of hide and seek. I can already see a few animals surrounding us here. The first one on the right hand side there is the Okapi. We'll talk about them a little bit later, as we're going to have one a little bit closer here, the Bongo. On the left and right, now if you look at their horns, they're spiraled towards the back of their head. That is a way to keep them from getting caught on any vegetation while running through the forest. Now back to the Okapi. A lot of people often mistake the Okapi to be a relative of the zebra, but they're actually the only known relative of the giraffe. While they don't have long necks like the giraffe, they actually have the same amount of vertebrae within their neck. And the same type of tongue, which is 18 inches long. Now I never thought I would see an animal lick its own eyeball, but I have seen that from the Okapi. Now the Okapi and Bongo are actually both nicknamed the ghosts of the forest. And that is because they are very well hidden and hard to find at times. Now to the left hand side there, you can see a black rhino. A black rhino can grow to be 3,000 pounds, and they're actually the third most endangered animal on the reserve. That is because they are poached for their horns, which oddly enough, all you can find within these horns is keratin, which is in every human's hair and fingernail, so that's very odd. But because of this, there's only about 5,000 left worldwide, which is a very small number to be worldwide. Up on the hill to the right hand side there, you're going to see the greater kudu. These animals can grow to be about 55 inches tall and actually have a standing leap of 6 to 8 feet in the air. If you look to the left, right before we leave the forest, you can see the saddle-billed stork. Now the saddle-billed stork can grow to be 5 feet tall and actually have a wingspan of 9 feet. If you're not sure how long 9 feet is off the top of your head, you can actually look above your heads, as the canopy above you is about 9 feet wide. Now, as we come around this turn, we're going to be entering the Safi River ecosystem, home to animals that love to hide within the deep waters. Actually, if you look to the right-hand side there, you can see the Nile hippo. We're definitely going to go try and get a better view of the Nile hippo here. Do you want to say Jumbo? Oh, there's that better view of the Nile hippo off to the left-hand side there. Now, a group of hippo like this is called a bloat of hippo. Now, actually, hippos spend most of their time under the water, and they only come up about every 8 minutes, and that's because that's as long as they can hold their breath. They're actually such dense animals, they sink to the bottom of rivers. So while they do have the ability to swim, oftentimes they will just walk along the bottom, as it is much easier for them. Now, as we come around this turn, you're going to see these white birds off to the left-hand side. Oddly enough, they are called the pink-backed pelican. A lot of people get confused as they are white, but they only get the pink coloration in their name during their mating season. So as they are white right now, it is safe to say that it is their mating, or excuse me, not their mating season at the moment. However, when it is and they do lay their eggs, these eggs will only take about 30 days to incubate and hatch. So not very long at all. Now this bridge that we are crossing is a good sign we're about to enter the savanna ecosystem, which is home to many different species of animals. Some that you might even find a bit more recognizable, or even your favorite animal. So I recommend getting those cameras out if you have not already. I'm not going to be able to stop for every single animal, but I'm going to do my very best for as many as possible. Now the animals within the savanna are actually more free roaming, and they could even come up right next to the truck. So again, we need to make sure we keep our hands and arms in the truck. We are not trying to touch animals, and we are not trying to call to these animals. Now just before we head into the savannah, if you look to the right hand side as we come around this turn, you're going to see a baobab tree. Nicknamed the upside down tree as it does look like the roots are growing out the top, but what they are known for is the trunks they have. And that's because each trunk can hold about 30,000 gallons of water. So you will see multiple baobab trees throughout the savannah, as the savannah is a very hot ecosystem with limited shade. I can already see a few animals that we're going to go ahead and try to get a closer look at. Now before we do, actually, if you look to the right hand side here, you're going to see these rocks. These are actually just rocks. I want to see if you were paying attention. Now I can already see a few different animals, starting with the Maasai giraffe there. Maasai giraffe are the largest species of giraffe as they can grow to be 16 to 20 feet tall. We're going to talk more about the giraffe as we get closer, but until then it looks like there is a little bit of a closer animal to us, and that is the Hartmann's mountain zebra there. Now the Hartmann's mountain zebra is a very unique animal, as no two zebras will have the same stripe pattern, and that's because the stripe pattern on a zebra is unique to one zebra, just like a fingerprint is to one human. A lot of people often ask, are they black with white stripes or white with black stripes? Well, I can confirm they are black with white stripes, because if you look at the color of their nose, it is black, and also the first stripe above their hoof is black. Now it is very, very difficult to see, but towards the back, behind that den, you're going to see the African painted dog. It is laying down. Again, very difficult to see. If you look in between these two bushes, you will see it laying down. That's the best I can explain to look there. But the African painted dog, just like the zebra, very unique animals, as no two dogs will have the same patchwork on their coats. And they're actually closely related to the domestic dog, which a lot of us humans have as pets. Off to the left hand side there is the sable antelope. They're actually the emblem for the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. So that is the animal on the logo. And they're actually known for their horns, which if you look at them, they curve towards the back of their body. It's going to act like a defense mechanism to keep predators from jumping on their back and attacking them. Looks like we are getting closer to the Maasai giraffe. I'm going to slow down here if you want to take a picture. If we do get a little bit closer, which I'm hoping we do, I'm going to try and stop for a better picture. Now, while giraffes do have long necks, what a lot of people don't realize is how powerful their legs are. And that's because with their legs, they can actually run 35 miles per hour. They have a very, very powerful kick, which is often why you will not see predators attacking giraffes, as they will use their kick as a defense mechanism. Now, giraffes do only sleep 30 minutes within a day, and that's because all they need is a very short nap, and sometimes these naps are less than a minute long. Now on the right hand side there is the wildebeest. Wildebeest actually get their name from the Dutch Afrikaans language, and it just translates to wild beast, so not very different. The wildebeest are actually the second most densely populated herd in the world, just falling short to the human. They actually migrate so often that when a baby is born, it can stand and walk just 15 minutes after. And that is so it does not get separated from its herd or migration. Looks like there's going to be a pretty good view of the Maasai giraffe there, so I'm going to try and stop if you wanted a chance to get a picture. It looks like he just waved his ear at us, so everyone will wave back. Now, a group of giraffe is called a tower. And as I was saying earlier, the okapi and giraffe both have 18-inch long tongues. Now, believe it or not, giraffe are actually sometimes not tall enough to reach the leaves of a tree. So that's when they will use that 18-inch long tongue to try and help them reach it if they are just a little bit too short. Now the next animal is on the right-hand side there, the springbok. They have that black racing stripe on their side, which is very fitting. Springbok have the ability to run 50 to 60 miles per hour, making them one of the top 10 fastest animals in the world. They get their spring name from their jumping ability, which they can actually jump 6 feet straight up and 13 feet across. They can actually jump in one side of this truck and out of the other. On the left-hand side, you're going to see the African elephant. Now, if you see the elephant ever flapping its ears, it's actually not trying to fly, but it's trying to cool itself off. Elephants have so many blood vessels in their ears that just by flapping them a few times, they can cool them off by about 15 degrees. As you can see, that is what this elephant is doing right here. If you look at their ears, they actually portray the shape of the African continent, which is a very cool trait. Now the next animal you're going to see is on the left-hand side there. That is the greater flamingo. Actually the largest species of flamingo, as they can reach to be 5 feet tall and weigh up to 9 pounds. Now as you can see, there are some gray ones. And a lot of people mistake a flamingo to be born with their pink coloration, but they're actually born gray, and they get their pink coloration from the diet they eat, which consists of brine shrimp and algae. So while flamingos do have the ability to fly, oftentimes they will just stand in the water eating their brine shrimp and algae. Flamingo actually stand on one leg, and it's a way to keep themselves warm. So once the leg they're standing on does start to get a little bit cooler, they'll actually take the leg that is tucked into their body and stand on that one, and then tuck the leg they had been standing on into their body to warm it up. Now to the left, I can see a mud wallow, which is a good sign of white rhino. We're gonna have to get lucky though, as white rhino, despite being larger animals, love to hide within the thick vegetation. So we're gonna have to keep a good eye out. Again, we're gonna have to get lucky, and I'm gonna do my absolute best to find that best view possible for you. But until then, let's keep moving forward and see what else we can find. Actually, just off to the left-hand side there, I can see a cheetah. Cheetah are the fastest animals in the world, running speeds of 60 to 70 miles per hour. They're actually closely related to the domestic house cat, as they are the largest cat that has the ability to purr. They also have retractable claws, just like the domestic house cat. Looks like there are a few more laying down up ahead to the left-hand side. Now actually all 4 cheetah that you did see are all related. And they're actually all sisters, so personally I like to refer to them as the cheetah girls. But that's just me. Now you can go home and tell your friends and family you saw the cheetah girls on your safari. I don't recommend going into detail. I just say, tell them you saw the cheetah girls and leave it at that. Now this rock formation to the left-hand side there, it actually has a name. A lot of people think it's just rocks put together, but it's called a kopie. Kopies are home to animals that love to get great heights to seek out their prey, and actually you can see the animal that uses it most often, and that is the lion. Now this is a male lion. If I do have any Lion King fans, This male lion is actually the model for Simba in the live-action Lion King movie. Lions do sleep 20 of the 24 hours in a day. They actually have one of the loudest roars out of the big cat species, being able to be heard from about 5 miles away. Also laying down there is the Bontabot. Now you don't want to miss it on the right-hand side there, the white rhino, as I was talking about earlier. Now the Bontabot is actually the most endangered animal on the reserve, and that's because there was only about 14 left in the world until a farmer found them all. Kept them on his reserve until they started breeding, and now there's about 4,000 left, but they're still only found on reserves like the one we're on today, which helps keep them safe and live a more carefree life, more worry-free life. It looks like there's a close white rhino just up ahead, and the baby. So let's get up there and get a nice, good look at that. Now the white rhino can grow to be about 5,000 pounds, a little bit bigger than the black rhino. They get their name from the Dutch Afrikaans language, which translates to... The word comes from fight, which actually doesn't translate to white, like a lot of people would think, but translates to wide, as they have much wider square mouths than the black rhino, who has a more narrow pointy mouth. Now on the left-hand side there, my favorite animal personally, the ostrich. As you can see, they have a gray to light brown coloration to their feathers. That means it is a female, as the males will have dark black feathers only. Ostriches can grow to be about 8 feet tall and weigh up to about 200 pounds. They're actually the largest bird, and the largest non-flightless bird at that, as they can run speeds of 45 miles per hour. So while they actually don't use their wings to fly, they use them kind of like the wings on an airplane, and it actually helps them change direction while running those top speeds of 45 miles per hour. On the left-hand side, as we come around this turn, you're going to see what I think is one of the cutest animals on the reserve, and that is the Nigerian dwarf goat. These goats actually will not reach heights over 2 feet tall, even at adult life. They're very active and social animals, and they're used for profit by farmers, as they produce a very sweet milk that the villagers love to drink and would pay high dollar for. And you actually have the ability to pet a Nigerian dwarf goat here in Animal Kingdom over at Rafiki's Planet Watch, as well as some other animals at the petting zoo. So I do recommend checking that out, as well as the jaw and class and reptile exhibit that they have. It's a very cool experience. But as we are coming to the end of the reserve, there are just a few things I did want to talk to you about. Number one being the fact that it is very important not to remove an animal from its home, as a home is its habitat. This could stress the animal out, make the animal sick, or even be fatal to the animal. So it's very important that we do not do this, and that we are very respectful and courteous of it. The second thing is the 3 R's, which is reduce, reuse, and recycle. You could actually reduce the amount of water you use just by turning off the water while brushing your teeth. You could reuse old milk jugs and turn them into bird feeders. This could give the birds a good source of nutrients. And lastly, not only is it important to recycle the everyday uses of plastics, metals, soda bottles, soda cans, but also old unused cell phones, because this could help save animals like the okapi, the elephant, or even gorillas, which if you have not gotten a chance to head to Gorilla Falls today, I do recommend doing so, as you will see multiple animals that you did not get a chance to see throughout the reserve today. Now again, my name is Corbin. If you have any questions or want to tell me your favorite part of the safari, feel free to come up to the window after we dock, as my window is quite literally always open. Now I never like to say goodbye to my friends, as that is just far too sad and far too final. But what I do like to say is Kwaherini. And Kwaherini does mean go well. So go well, go wild. Make sure you watch your hands, arms, feet, and legs, as the doors on the right will be opening.
sa'yo la camera esta.
Anytime she stands still. Oh, it's on.
No, Stephanie was up there with you. Keep going for
I'm just adding the zip area. That's the only place where it's seated. Like, if I was to calculate up all I'm just really worried about the big camera. My phone water is fine. The Polaroid will not be fine. For my main camera, I'm terrified of it. My shirt file lands slide.
okay, yeah, but I think
My bag is a lot more valuable. Because the whole premise is water. You know what I mean? It's the theme park and the water park. Hold on. guys, if we're not the day material here. Oh, you're dry off. I only got my shoulder though, so Doug is fine. It was only one of them. I mean, like, still like all of them. I think that was the worst of it.
Gracias. Welcome back, my friend. Please remain seated for the seatbelt
Part of it is
and then another one up there has its wings slightly open. You guys can see that one.
That Lou and Little Joe. Yeah, they were both in boating accidents, so it's not very safe for them to be re-released out in the wild. That's why they're over at Disney where they can be cared for.
We don't have to worry about boats.
Yeah. It's definitely my food. Lou and Little Joe. We've been here a long time. The fact that they have a little friend in Little Joe.
Hey, one of them over here. I mean,
whole new song. May you guys live happily ever after. Hello there. How you doing?
Is that what you want for lunch?
Director of the Dino Institute, and I hope you enjoyed those quaint exhibits in the old way. That's how dinosaurs have been presented to the public since the study of fossils began over 150 years ago. Today, that bare bones approach is about to become extinct. In a perfect blending of science and technology, the Dino Institute has created the Time Rover, an amazing vehicle that will literally transport you to the age of the dinosaurs. How? That's proprietary. But the result is a breathtaking journey through a prehistoric world that will witness the most spectacular creatures to ever walk the earth. In a moment, you'll be going live to our control center for a comprehensive safety briefing, and then it's on to the tour that will convince you forever that the future is truly in the past.
Hello there. Welcome to our little trans-dimensional joyride, folks. I'm Dr. Secret, your friendly controller, and a heck of a paleontologist, if I do say so myself. But let's not talk about me. Let's talk about you, and how you can help me make history today with the Time Rover. It's like this. If I can bring you back from the Cretaceous period, it stands to reason that I can bring back a live dinosaur with you. And not just any dinosaur. Take a look at this guy. He's an iguanodon, and I'm certain that he is the key to understanding these magnificent creatures.
I tagged him with a locator during an unauthorized field trip. Otherwise, I'd be traveling with you. Right now, our dino should be about here, at the very end of the Cretaceous period. That's where you're going today.
I've arrived, it seems, is just in time to correct a little misstatement.
Dr. Marsh.
There is impossibly close to the giant asteroid impact that destroyed most life forms on Earth. Our tools are designed to take you to the early Cretaceous period, and I can assure you that all time rovers have been securely locked on those coordinates.
That's right. See? Securely locked. Access denied.
Continue.
Of course. We were just talking about seatbelts. Plug them in, use them. It can get kind of choppy out there, so keep your hands and arms inside the vehicle at all times. Flash photography? I wouldn't. It alters the homing signal, and that's not good. Oh, and one more thing. Those locked coordinates? We're in. Now, here's the drill. You follow the homing signal to the iguanodon. Then I'll enlarge the transport field, and boom, you're back with one additional passenger extra large. And don't worry about that asteroid. You'll be in and out of there before it even breaks the atmosphere. Trust me, what could go wrong? Hey, it's me again. Remember, only you guys are going on this special mission, so don't tell anyone, okay?
This is Seeker. Listen up. We've got to get in, grab the iguanodon, and get out before that asteroid hits. Let's roll! Okay, now, let's go get that dino. Computer, what are you tracking?
Styracosaurus.
Not our dino.
Warning, meteor shower in range.
Just little one.
Oleorandus. Hadrosaur. Raptor.
Time to get serious. Locking autopilot on homing signal now! Hang on! I'm tracking a big dino on the scope. Could be ours. Computer, full stop. Identify.
Carnotaurus.
Definitely not our dino. Go, go, go! Another big guy coming up. Computer. Slow and identify.
Sauropod.
Still not our dino, but at least this one's a vegetarian.
Asteroid impact in 90 seconds.
We better move it.
Pterodactyl.
Incoming!
Asteroid impact in 60 seconds.
We can't stop now. Keep going, keep going.
Compsognathus.
Computer, what's happening?
Loss of traction.
Four-wheel drive, move it!
Warning, meteor strike.
Evasive maneuver! Left! Right! Left! Right! That was close! Computer, now what?
Carnotaurus.
That's it! Abort mission! Abort! Abort!
Iguanodon.
Forget it! Get them out now!
Asteroid impact.
Brace yourself! They're not gonna make it! They're not gonna make it!
Mission accomplished.
You made it! I knew you would, and guess who made it back with you? I better find him before security does. Thanks for everything!
the SJ Cruiser, and we were driving the SJ.